When you think of Jannah, Al-Jannah,
Allah.
what does Jannah mean to you?
Allah. Pleasure.
Destination, forever.
I guess just kind of getting anything you've ever wanted. It's a place without worry, without fear, without anxiety. Comfort maybe comes to mind.
I imagine everyone being with Nur and everything being with light and Nur.
Eternal happiness, no stress, no tiredness, no achy body, just pure happiness.
It seems like a place where people receive blessings, but the difference is, when we get these things in the dunya, we still have worries.
When I think of Jannah, every single delight, every single thing we could ever want and yearn for is held in there.
Being able to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being able to meet the Sahaba, being able to meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Reuniting with my husband, Ala Allah yarhamu, and seeing him in his perfection. To me, he was perfect in this life, so I can't imagine how perfect he would be in Jannah.
I'll meet you with my dad again. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I lost him when I was 13. And I think every day since then, I think about reuniting with him.
How often do you think about Jannah?
A lot, I would say. Alhamdulillah. Usually when I'm reading the Quran, it comes to mind a lot.
Probably after every salah.
Can you describe that to me?
What I try to do is I try to do some dhikr, and I try to think to myself, like, the dhikr that I do may be raising my ranks in Jannah if Allah accepts.
So we made it, you're praising Allah. Have you ever kind of rehearsed that conversation with Allah in Jannah? Get to Jannah, you're meeting Allah for the first time. Why don't you just think about it? Just walk through the gates. You got suited in your Jannah clothes. You saw the palace, you saw the rivers, you saw the family, and now Allah wants to have a conversation with you. And this isn't questioning, because the questioning is over. Think about that conversation with Allah. What do you want to say to Allah the first time you meet Him in Jannah?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here, because I know my deeds wouldn't have been the one that would get me there.
Praise be to you. Thank you. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, this is for me, the only way to get through life is to have that connection. So the fact that he was with me during this time, this test, it means everything. And that he wrote everything. He wrote the perfect plan. So really gratitude, expressing gratitude.
I never really thought about that, but I think it would just be like, making sujood and praising Allah.
It would just be enough, as a pleasure to just look at him.
It would just be so much
to gaze at him would be enough.
It would be so much gratitude.
That would be enough. And thankfulness. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. Looking at him would be enough.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys just want to stare at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
I would just like to thank him in the most profound way that I can come up with at that time for the blessing of Islam. It's truly a beautiful deen that has given us so much courage to be human, to go out of our way to try to be better for the sake of pleasing Allah.
I think even in that moment, I feel like I needed to apologize. I know I didn't do it. I know I didn't do enough. I know I didn't do all that I was supposed to do. It's yes, thank you, but also just I'm so sorry, Allah.
And after you meet Allah, it's Friday, you're meeting a bunch of new people in Jannah, there's a gathering, look around, it's prophets and companions and historical figures. Who's the first person you want to kind of go up to and introduce yourself to?
Rasulullah.
What are you going to say to the Prophet ﷺ?
I would thank him for bringing Islam to us and teach us, and I will ask him bishafa'ah for all the Muslims.
Other than the Prophet ﷺ, is there one person you're I want to go meet that person and talk to them for a day?
Musa.
Musa.
And you changed your name to Musa when you became Muslim?
No, it was already Muslim.
You were already Moses?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were Moses, you became Musa.
Yeah.
And now you're meeting Musa.
Inshallah.
Isa alayhi salam. I'm a revert. Grew up Christian, so always been connected and learning about this man. So yeah, he must be a revered figure that, it'd be interesting to have a conversation with him.
The Prophet Abraham, I would ask him about building the Kaaba. And then for some reason, I was always attracted to the idea of his sons and building the Kaaba and I don't know, I'll just go into depth about that.
Khadija radiallahu anha. See how she did it.
What's your first conversation like with her?
Probably ask her about, accepting how she was so strong and accepting the Prophet and what made her continue. Because, she was one of the first converts. So I would just ask her what drove you,
Aisha radiallahu anha. Who is this incredible woman who Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he loved so much. She must be incredible.
You've been separated from your kids during the Day of Judgment, so it's been a while, and you just got the news, alhamdulillah, they're there too. So your kids run up to you, hug their mom after this long journey. How are you congratulating them? What are you saying to your kids?
Oh, that would be the best moment ever.
If Allah makes it so, it would be just all play. Running. They like to, do all kinds of stuff to daddy.
You did it, Mama. You did it. You passed the only test that is important. You did it.